Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here. Welcome on another exciting episode of Streamin Demons, along with my co-host Evangeline, Voodoo Priestess. Say hello.
Hello.
And our special guest, live from the ethernets of the interwebs, through Twitter and up through a bird that goes tweet, twats, Anastasia. Say hi.
Hello.
Great, and we're so glad to have you as a special guest. I believe you are our very first special guest that's not part of the Haunted Montreal writer staff, which is A, awesome, and B, means I don't have to fire you. That's awesome. Whatever you say, you can do whatever you want. It's great for you.
I do like that benefit.
Perfect. And if you are familiar or not with Streamin Demons, remember we do one borrowed, which is a rental or buying, one new and one old. And because I am a very lazy person, we always let our guests go first. Anastasia, take it away. What'd you get?
I had Spiral with the subtitle of From the Book of Saw, the new Saw movie.
Saw? Yep. You see Saw? No, wait, hold on. You saw Saw?
No, I rode on a seesaw.
You rode on a seesaw as you saw Saw with Chris Rock.
With Chris Rock.
Oh my gosh. I want to see this so bad.
Yeah, no, it was a fun one. It's a solid Saw movie. So yeah, basically the director, Lynn Boozman, they also did Saw 2, 3, and 4, and they did Repo, the genetic opera, which I thought was interesting.
Repo, that came out like 12 million years ago.
They've been directing for a while. And then the writers was Stolberg and Goldfinger, and they did Jigsaw. So pretty much everybody who wrote and directed has worked on Saw before. And then we had, of course, Chris Rock.
You've seen Saw before, which is great.
Yeah.
He was in the theater going, this is a great movie. I want to be in it.
I hope everybody has seen Saw who's in Saw movies. It's been around for a while. Yeah, so Chris Rock plays Zeke, who is our main character. He's a detective. And then we've also got Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
He plays, there's Samuel L. Jackson.
How did I not know this?
I don't know. He plays Zeke's father. So he's a retired captain of the police force.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's quite interesting. So I'm just going to dive into my summary of the plot. No spoiler.
No spoilers, absolutely.
No spoiler. So Chris Rock is the detective. Ezekiel goes by Zeke Banks. He's the only good cop in a sea of bad cops. So his boss is kind of nice to him because his dad used to be the captain. A little bit of respect there. Right. But everybody hates him because he narked on another cop. He snitched on another cop. And that guy had shot someone to do with yet another bad cop. So it's bad cops all the way down to the bottom.
Wait. So this is Chris Rock's character?
Chris Rock's character is good cop.
Is the good cop. Is this Lethal
Weapon 1
and
only
5?
good cop.
Is this Lethal Weapon 5? Is this Butters?
Oh my god, it comes out on DVD. It comes out on DVD and they tell us it was also Lethal Weapon 5.
That would be so meta.
Yep, so bad cops everywhere. Chris Rock is a good cop. So Chris Rock, they give him all the bad cases. They give him all the cases of people who are unhoused, people who appear to be addicts, all the like lesser dead people. And he kind of thinks his work is beneath him because at the beginning of the movie, he's doing some weird undercover narcotic stuff, but he's not telling anyone. It's really weird. They never explain it.
It is Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
So he gets punished. He gets a new rookie cop to work with him. They get a new case of someone who appears to be unhoused. And then when they go out to check out the case, it's not just an unhoused person. It is the victim of a Jigsaw copycat killer who calls themselves Spiral.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know, not really twist. It's kind of obvious if you've seen the ads, but the victims are cops.
It's Lethal Weapon 2 then. My God, I'm just making all these Lethal Weapon references. That's all I know now. Undercover cop and for narcotics. No one likes to work.
No, he's not though. He's a homicide detective.
If he says he's too old for this shit at any point.
No, but he is going to say that he's retiring in 5 days.
Are you serious?
No, he does not.
That was so funny. I'm like, no, 5 days retired. Excellent. No, now, go for it.
Whale. So I was saying it's a good Saw movie. It's a solid Saw movie. If you don't like Saw, I don't think you'd like it. But if you've
Right.
liked other Saw movies, it's a good one. It's got a lot of the normal things. There are traps where you can self-mutilate or die. There's like a moral reasoning behind why you're in the trap. You can probably guess who the killer is about halfway through. And then there is, it's set in a Rust Belt city with lots of abandoned buildings. Very Saw.
Convenient. It is very convenient.
Very convenient for the killer. Yep.
Right.
I'd say the big changes are diversity and just showing us Black culture at all, which is nice.
Oh, that was a scary movie I was thinking of. Like, wait a minute, Shaq was in the Saw. I'm like, oh no, that was scary. My bad.
I haven't rewatched the Saw movies recently, but I remember them being a pretty white series.
Yeah.
Painfully so. Like,
yeah.
Painfully so. Yeah.
Yep. So Chris Rock was fun to watch, follow through the movie.
Oh, so you took him seriously in his role?
Yeah, I mean, he jokes some, but yeah, I mean, yeah, yes.
Okay.
Well, he does play. He played a very dramatic character in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, I guess he's a very diversified actor in my mind, so I don't just think of like his stand-up.
The comedy, yeah.
Yeah, so no, it worked for me. I would say 4 out of 5 Cthulhu's.
Oh my God, 4 out of 5.
I know.
That's huge. And I know the reason why you're on here, and thank you so much, is because someone was talking trash about Spiral, probably from a review on my site. And you're like, no, this is not it. I'm like, oh, cool. Competing. And this is what the cool part about being a horror fan is. You can have competing viewpoints about the same movie.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that if you don't like Saw movies, you're not going to like it. But yeah. I like Saw movies. It's fine.
Well, there you go. It's not a reboot. It's actually the next generation of.
Well, it's in the same world.
I'm
not 100% clear on the time frame of when it is, but it is Jigsaw's dead. Everybody talks about how Jigsaw's dead, but Jigsaw's been dead for most of the Saw movies.
Yeah.
There is
so that
no
doesn't
real
help.
timeline.
Yeah.
I gave him let's just die for realsies. It's like, oh no, this is my video format death. Like, oh God, it's Jason in Space now, which is actually a good movie, Jason in Space. Well, very cool. 4 out of 5. Okay. Yeah, I'm not following that. All right. Especially with my movie. I am the Voodoo. If anyone knows the show, I'm the Voodoo Priestess for this show, this episode. So, Voodoo, what'd you bring up?
It was new, which I don't know if you can out Voodoo me, because the one I chose was Sator. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Wow, you don't know how to say the name. That's how much of an impact it left it on you.
So it's new on Shudder.
Oh, charming.
And, yes, and I thought it was. I heard a lot of good things about it on the web, how it was very interesting and a different kind of movie. And it's super, super slow paced. It's like grandma's first exorcism or satanic ritual or something.
Is that the log line?
It should be, probably. Because
grandma's first. What movie is it against? Sator?
Yeah.
Sator. Satyr. Yeah.
Sator.
Oh, O-R.
O-R. Yeah.
That was wire.
Basically, the movie is black and white sometimes. Most of it, I think there was like 2 scenes where it wasn't. And a lot of nothing happens in it. And I understand slow burns and slow buildup, but like I didn't give a crap about any of the characters because it was a quiet movie.
Right. So it's a Bloody Mary's podcast, you're saying. It takes a while. It's a slow burn. A bunch of characters no one gives a crap about. See, that's a quick burn.
That's funny because there's a lot of scenes in here that reminded me of Antichrist.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
Like, just the nature shots and the weird, like, quiet of it all. And then just sort of
So like
going
the
to
vibe, the
the
vibe
vibe.
The
of it.
rape?
Yeah.
Was there rape
No.
in it? That you guys
No, I
discussed
don't
for an
think
hour and a
so.
half if it was rape or not?
No.
Okay.
Let's not
This
go
one's
back.
rape. Yeah, that and Bully. I still have flashbacks. Like, how many more Bully episodes? 4. The movie's not even that long. How the hell did you guys do 4? Sorry.
I don't even remember how long Sator was. It might have been an hour and a half. It might have been 2 hours. It's just like, it was really hard to hold my interest until stuff started happening towards the end. And at that point, I hadn't paid attention to so much that it was just like demon shenanigans happened.
Okay. Is it kind of like Paranormal Activity?
Activities?
Yeah. We can fast forward through half the movie.
It might be, but I feel like Paranormal Activity actually had stuff happening in it through.
Okay, so there's something. Okay, so that actually kept your interest. Yeah, I like the paranormals. And so that kept your interest. Where this one is just like.
Yeah, there's like long parts of where it feels like nothing is actually happening, or you're learning nothing, where you could have learned something about the characters more, or.
Oh, like a lot of the movie feels like filler.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like filler. It just feels empty.
It's like you wish it was filler.
Yeah.
At least filler's empty calories.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so it wasn't my type of movie, but if you go on Shudder, there's like, there's 2 ratings. There's a shit ton of 5-star, or there's a crap ton of 1-star.
Wow.
Or 1 skull, or however they rate it.
Skulls. What a dumb rating system. We all know Cthulhu's. It's what you got to rip off.
Yeah.
So speaking of, how many do you give it? How many give it?
Probably a 1. Like, it's not.
A 1.
Oh.
Like.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I thought it would be good. I heard so many people talking good about it, and it's like. Literally, if you watch the first 15 minutes and then maybe the last 20 minutes, you've seen the good parts of the movie.
So like how I watch any movie I review. Great. That's awesome. I watched the first 10, fall asleep, wake up like, oh, that was it.
Question. Were you tempted to stop it at any point and just stop watching?
Rather than stop watching, it was one of those things where I started doing other things during it. So it's like, it wasn't so bad where it's just like, oh, this is the worst, but it was more like, oh, look, a cat.
My taxes are due next year sometime. I guess I can start now.
Yeah. So.
That's what a segue into mine for both reasons. You're going to find out why. So thanks, Voodoo, for making me feel... Okay, so we go from a 4 to a 1. Can we go any lower? Let's find out.
Can you do less than 1 Cthulhu?
Oh, today we're going to find out, because my movie is just as polarizing. Cannibal Holocaust.
Really?
Yes. When Joe Bob Briggs did it on the last drive-in, because I am East Coast, I fell asleep. I was like 2:30 in the morning. I'm done. I'm sorry. So I'm like, you know what? I need an old movie. Oh, I've heard so much about Cannibal Holocaust. I'm going to give it a go right now. So I started watching the Pure movie just on Shudder alone. I'm like, no, let's go back to the last drive-in version. So at least get some breaks in between.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that movie without breaks.
You know what? I grew up on the Faces of Death, and that, like when I was like 4 or 5, didn't faze me whatsoever. Like, cool, whatever. What hits hard, this is what Joe Bob brings up, I believe, early on. It's the animals. It's those damn animals. And
see, for me, it was the sexual assault.
There's sexual assault in it?
Yes.
Oh,
there's rape in it. There's more than one rape in it.
I may have fast forwarded a bit. This is what it goes back to. Do we fast forward through a movie? And Jim's answer for Cannibal Holocaust, yes, he did. I was like, after I saw the first muskrat, not a muskrat, getting flayed alive, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing now? It took me 1 or 2. I did see the ritualistic rape with the adultery rape.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That happens early on.
There's also one at the end.
Yeah, there's another one at the end with the person with the camera crew, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this was my issue besides a few. It really is what the director wanted to do and how the actors portrayed it and what the director was saying afterwards. Some of this, if you already listened to Joe Bob's Spiegel, you already know a lot of this, but the director was trying to do a movie and then explain away how he's not a complete asshole for doing this movie. Like, oh no, we're doing it for realism, but not really. We're doing it because of this, not really. You have to be authentic, but not really. If you want to be authentic, if this was a snuff film and they really decapitated, that would get 5 stars. That's your authenticity. Go for it. Knock yourselves out of the fucking park. Land us some time in Detroit, right? That's your thing. We're authentic. No, you're only authentic for animal torture. That was it. If you can't be authentic in only one department, say you're authentic. So that one goes right out the window. And there's a scene where the actor is kicking the pig before he shoots him in the head. Sure, farms, you shoot, you kill your animals, I get it, but you don't torture your animals before you eat it. Muskrat, kill it before you chop it up. You don't have to flay it alive. No need for that shit. So there's a lot of stuff that's like, whoa, that's just no need for. Did the rapes bother me? First one, maybe because they try to like, this is the ritual and everyone's like watching it. And the one guy is watching a little too intently, like, dude, are you like seriously? Good. But what really bothers me during that, they don't kill the person. Like we have the always upside, we're very uptight people and all these great morals, but we'll watch this woman get raped in front of us and then killed. And then we're going to intervene because we want that hostage. Or, hear me out. You could have taken him right then. I don't know. Either or. So I think sensationalism for the sake of sensationalism is not a good thing. And that was, how many hours was this movie? It was only, that's the trailer's a minute 7. Like, only an hour? It can't be more than an hour long. Even IMDb is like, we don't know. So I'm guessing an hour 30 because that's probably what most movies were back then. Again and again and again and again. As Joe Bob probably said on the last drive-ins, I fast forward, rewound, and all sorts of stuff to make sure I got the star rating. He went from 1 to 4. And I'm not doing that. It is a polarizing movie. If you took out the animal killing, if it was just all props, it might have gotten a 1.5 to 2 Cthulhu's. Maybe. Because you're still doing I know exploitation films have their place in history, and I'm glad we all saw it. I'm glad we all talked about it. There's better exploitation films out there. That's just like pure. There's better ones out there. There's a reason why it would get a higher star rating is because what the director did with the found footage versus the live shots, the different. It was like one's in 35 and one's in different. Like that's kind of good. And the old Blair Witch thing for PR, like make sure everyone's hidden until like the premiere. That was actually pretty good. Everything else, I don't know. But it wasn't my cup of tea. So I am giving, for the very first time, -5 Cthulhu's.
You can
That's
give it
right.
negative? Damn.
Wow.
Voodoo's like, all this time I was giving movies like 1 star, I could have gave him -10 Cthulhu's?
It's true.
I just opened a whole new world for you. Like, oh my God. Cleansing breath. You're now happy for this. Yeah, it was one of the things I thought I was going to do, at least semi like it. I even thought like, oh, the first couple minutes of the first act, I was like, Evie, this looks just like, reminds me of Serpent and Rainbow. No, I wish it was. I wish they just like laced all their cast members and go free and like, I think it was like Haiti or something like that for Serpent and Rainbow. Wasn't my cup of tea, as they say. But you have to make your own decision. If you are squeamish around animal killings, or as I discovered with my therapist today, I know it's an older movie, they're probably well in their 80s years old. But if I ever see you at a convention, I ain't wanting your autograph. That's all I'm doing. That's all we're gonna say about that one. I might need a Bale's Monument. But yeah, -5 Cthulhu's, 100% for me. But part of history. With that being said, our favorite part of the program, just kidding, is our plugs. And as a guest, you always go first. Anastasia, what do you want to plug?
Well, the only thing I really have to plug is my Twitter. So that is Anastasia CG, spelled ANESTHESIACG. So like anesthesiologist, Anastasia.
I get it. It's awesome. Great wordplay. And we follow. And this is, you know what? I read your tweets. We reply to tweets. And sometimes it's actually me. Sometimes it's someone else. But usually I try to self-identify. Love it. Smart tweets. Do follow. Check out that Twitter. I won't spell it because I can't spell anything. Voodoo Priestess, what do you want to plug?
Wow. What do I want to plug?
The Bloody Marys?
Yeah,
Our new -5 Cthulhu ratings?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed that when I plug stuff, I usually grab random things around my room.
That is true.
It's true.
Here's my textbook.
Aesop's Fables. Everyone should read them. I don't agree with some of them, but you know,
hey,
they're fun to read.
Is there tentacle rape in there?
I haven't gotten that far, probably.
Oh.
It's probably better than watching Cannibal Holocaust again.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I used to teach Aesop's Fables. There is no tentacle rape, and it is better than Cannibal Holocaust. And then that makes me want to plug something that is near to dear to my heart, and you probably already know what I'm going to say. It is the Bloody Mary podcast. Oh, swerved ya! You didn't know that was coming at all, Voodoo Priestess, because I know there's 2 or 3 episodes we haven't released yet.
Oh yeah.
And it's a more controlled podcast. There's only 1 or 2 people on there. We might even rebrand it. We don't know. I don't know. I own the place. I don't know what's going on. Who knows? But it's very interesting because we have our own Japanese specialist, Voodoo Priestess, who can actually say words I can't even fathom how to spell. Like,
I probably pronounce it like crap. Just heads up. I'm not Japanese.
I know. You don't have to be. Put up who's the bad guy in Ringu?
Sadako?
Who?
Yeah, Sadako. Or Samara in the US one.
Yeah, kind of.
See, I can't pronounce either of those names at all. 0.
Samara's not even Japanese.
I'm just bad at names. Samara? If you listen to the podcast we do after this one, you're going to see how bad at names, even titles, I am. I don't even know what the movie I watched for this next one. Don't even know. Still don't know. Evie corrects me every time I say it. I'm like, really? That's the movie I watched? Damn it. So, thank you very much. Go check out Twitter. Go check out Aesop's Fables. Go check out the new Bloody Marys when we drop those out. And again, if you've seen a movie we haven't, well, sorry, it's like 1 billion people on a planet. Apparently Canada's still closed down. Vampires come out at 8 o'clock. I can't. Oh, today's the first day I can go outside past 9 o'clock at night. So suck it, Quebec. I'm going to go take a break, walk outside. I'm Jim Phoenix. That's Voodoo Priestess and our special guest, Anastasia. I all want to say byes.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I hear a cat.